What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sports and Stuff. Vince, co-host Ryan. Week 6 of the NFL. A lot of interesting matchups. Baltimore Ravens, my hometown Baltimore Ravens, in London this week. Let's do that video thing. Like and share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sports and Stuff. Support us on Patreon. Become a exclusive member on Patreon. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and give us a 5-star review. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review, do all the things that you need to do. All right. Ryan, I'm going to hand this off to you. Pun intended, talking football. Broncos and Chiefs, Thursday night football. Let's go.
I'm always down to bet Thursday night football. I'm not scared of it. I already took an early weather report or took a look at the early weather report for Kansas City, and it definitely looks like we're going to get about 12 to 19 mile per hour wind. So right away, I'm on the under for this game. I know currently the under's at 47.5. And I'll be honest, I'm not touching the Chiefs spread at all for the rest of the season. I'm done with them. Nah, no way.
Still the worst team in the league, according to Ryan. Nothing's changed there. Even though they are playing, we're gonna start a new segment, auto fading here, because the Broncos are one of our teams. Ryan and I both agree are on our auto fade list. Just never bet them. Just avoid them. The only reason why I like this pick is because of the weather. Otherwise, I'd stay away from this game. But I'm with you, Ryan. I would 47 and or 47.5. So go under here. The wind. You always got to be a weatherman when you're betting. Got to be a third profession, not just a sports betting, but also a weatherman.
Well, really, too, with weather, the wind's what you want to look for. Because when you start seeing the wind, you know for a fact they're most likely going to start running that ball. So if both teams are running the ball most of the game, definitely going to be a lower score.
Yeah. And okay. That's that game. It's going to be a fun divisional game to watch. Two AFC West teams going at it. I don't want either team to win. I hope they ends in a tie. Or both of their buses break down before they get to the stadium and they don't play. Next game. Has that ever happened? I don't know. I mean, I've rooted for it a lot of times when the two teams who I don't like play.
That would be an interesting bet on FanDuel. Neither team showed. Plus 20,000.
Yeah, plus 20,000. The team bus breaks down in the middle of the highway.
Well, it'd be that they can't show because they could send another bus. But
it's true. Or they get into a car accident. Okay, well, that took a dark turn. Just because of the weather, the 12 to 19 mile an hour winds in the rain. You never know.
Next game. London, baby.
Ravens at the Titans, even though it's in London. That's technically how this is going to go. Ravens are technically the away team. Titans are technically the home team. Ravens -4. Again, I'm not going to take either of these teams. I would lean, because of the way that their offenses have looked. Ravens had a lot of missed opportunities. Titans had a lot of missed opportunities. The over-under's 40.5 and 40.5, 41, depending on what sportsbook. I would go the over and put this at a 43 spread. 43 total, excuse me. That's what I'm feeling in my gut. You're on a neutral site. I think it's a dome. I'm pretty sure it's like a soccer field dome or enclosure. I don't know. It's supposed to be, the weather's also usually a non-factor in these kinds of games. So I'm not picking one way or the other.
Did you hear that I think the last time the Ravens played in London, didn't they get killed?
Yeah, but that was against the Jaguars, so the Jaguars always play well in London.
But again, I remember I think somebody said something recently. It might have been Harbaugh, however you say that guy's name, but
Arbuck.
Whatever. I think he said something about the last time they went to London, they left really late, and like all the players said that it fucked them up. So like they're already in London, like they've been in London, like
Yeah.
they went early, so that I think that does give them an advantage here. So there's a good chance that I'm probably going to be putting a bet on the Ravens here to cover the
Yeah.
spread,
Just
and
I'm taking.
I'm not really for him right now.
Well,
But I'd still probably bet on the Ravens in this situation.
yeah, that game was frustrating against the Steelers. Frustrating times. Yeah,
The spread's at -4 right now.
I would take the
I know we
money
said
line. I say the Titans cover probably, that Ravens end up winning by, like, 3, but I would take the money line on the Ravens. Sorry to disappoint, Ryan. It's -4. That's what the spread was against the Steelers, and they couldn't cover.
Yeah, but that was a divisional game, the Steelers. You got to also remember because of that game, the whole public's on at least public people who don't, I guess, really pay much attention to betting or maybe new bettors. They're all going to be overvaluing the Titans and the Titans in this situation because the Ravens just got killed by the Steelers, who are perceived so horrible right now. But
They also
I
didn't
think
get
this is
killed.
probably
They
going to
lost
be.
by a touchdown. They
Are
didn't
you
get
talking about the
killed.
last game though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got killed. How many touchdowns should they have won that by?
I mean, they lost. They barely lost. I'm saying they should have been the ones who killed the
That,
Steelers
but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the Ravens got killed.
because the Steelers are that bad.
Yes, because they were in a the Ravens were in a situation to win by multiple touchdowns,
Yeah, I
and they
know.
didn't do it. I know. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying that the
I'm
Ravens
blaming
didn't.
the receivers.
Oh
They
yeah,
need to
the
step up.
receivers for sure.
Yeah, Steelers or the receivers could catch freaking. Apparently, they were practicing with rugby balls. Like, what are we
And
doing?
they
We're catching
then they
footballs.
had
Stop giving them rugby balls to catch.
Pickens come out and show him how to catch a deep ball.
Pickens was putting out a clinic. He's like, "This is how you catch balls on the sideline or catch balls going deep." Right.
Right, the 1
Vikings
p.m.
Bears
slate.
Sunday slate. First game 1 o'clock. Vikings Bears. Over unders 44.5. The Bears are plus 2.5 in most books. So, Ryan, it seemed like when we were talking back and forth before we hopped on that you like the Vikings in this spot
I
against the
already
spread.
got this game bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well, there you
definitely
go.
like the Vikings -2.5 on the spread.
Sneak peek
I
to
feel like
Ryan's Cush's corner.
I feel like that's like that's definitely like a steal at those points. You're telling me that the Vikings aren't a field goal better than the Bears? I know the Bears have had like a little bit of life shown in them, so I feel like they're going to get a little more value this week. I feel like a lot of people are going to be leaning on the Bears, but
I'm just fading this game.
I know they're missing Justin Jefferson, but I'm still not really worried about the Vikings losing this game. Like I think
I'm
they're
just
going to win
fading
by
this game
a
because both
field
teams
goal.
suck. I would take the Vikings money
I
line.
think the Vikings have some talent though. The Vikings coaching sucks.
But
And the
who do they
Bears
have besides Justin
coaching sucks.
Jefferson? I don't really know that staff, the roster that well.
I would recognize. There's way too many teams for me to know all the players.
Alexander Madison, I think, is their running back. I was gonna say Adam Thielen, but he plays with the Panthers now. I don't even know who their receivers are outside of Jefferson.
I'd have to take a quick look. Oh yeah, T.J. Hawkinson, K.J.
tight end.
Osborne, Jordan Addison, who actually had 6 receptions and 64 yards the last game against the Chiefs. T.J. Hawkinson, 51 yards, 5 receptions against the Chiefs. K.J.
Yeah,
Osborne,
Hawkinson's their best
49
receiver.
yards, 5 receptions. I mean, you see where I'm going with this. There's no way that they're going to put these numbers up on the Bears if they just did it to the Chiefs. I know they lost that game, but I don't see the Bears defending those numbers or putting up those numbers themselves.
Yeah, Hawkinson's their best receiver outside of Jefferson, and he's a tight end. So I forgot about Hawkinson. Yeah, he's pretty good.
There's some talent there. It's the coaching, and I mean, I feel like there's a certain point during this game where the Bears coaching is just going to be a lot worse.
Yeah. Next game, Jaguars finally coming back from London after 2 weeks straight in London, going 2-0. This is a letdown game for them coming back home, back to the United States, hosting the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are +4. That's a great number for them. I would lean the Colts +4. I think the Colts are playing well, and I know Anthony Richardson's out, but Minshew hasn't been too bad of a backup taking his place, and Jonathan Taylor just got signed. The coach's coaching staff. Wow, the Colts coaching staff. That's a tongue twister. There is really good. Shane Steichen's a great head coach. He's done a great job with that team, and divisional game. It's gonna be close. I take the Colts with the points. I mean, even if you have some big cojones, you can take them straight up. But I definitely would take them with the +4. Maybe you disagree, Ryan.
I mean, this being a divisional game, this is going to come down to a field goal on game day. So if you like the Colts, you need to get in now at the +4. I know, just looking at it, I feel like it's going to be really close, but I feel like the Jags are going to drop the ball just because, I mean, they just won 2 games in a row in London. They're traveling from London back to home. So really, they just kind of travel a pretty good distance. So I feel like it's not really going to mess them up too much, but this is going to be one of those spots where they definitely catch an L.
Yeah, they're too busy being full on tea and crumpets. Now they got to come back, and they're going to be dragging into that hot Florida heat coming from London. All right, next game. This is a game that Ryan and I actually disagree on, it seems like. We got the Seahawks at the Bengals. Ryan seems to like the Bengals -2.5. I got the Seahawks +3. Now it's down to 2.5 in a lot of books. It's +3 in some books.
You
I like
might.
this. I like the Seahawks plus, and you like the Bengals minus. Why do you like the Bengals minus?
Well, again, it's because the line changed. So you got them at +3. So you're talking a field goal game. If we're already looking at a field goal game and it comes down to 2.5, I'm probably going to take the Vikings because I say they get that field goal.
Do you mean the Seahawks?
What? No, the Vikings. No, because the line came down to -2.5. So the Vikings got to get the field goal to win.
But we're talking about the Seahawks versus the Bengals here.
Oh, dude.
That's why I was like, are you messing with me right now? I was saying you have the Bengals -2.5, and I have the Seahawks +3.
Okay,
a lot of
again,
books now.
everything I just said, but I meant the Bengals.
That's amazing. Yeah. No. So why the Bengals?
Joe Burrow. I think he's definitely had something going on with the injury he had at the beginning of the season. I feel like it's now or never. He's got to start picking up his game. I think the receivers, Jamar Chase, all of them are still doing pretty good. I think they're ready to rock as soon as Joe Burrow can kind of snap back into who he was last season.
Yeah, Joe Burrow had a good game against the Cardinals. It's a good place to have a game against a bad team when you're coming back from injury. And Jamar Chase had a great game as well. So,
and again, another thing I think is it's the Bengals at home. So I think they got that edge too. Seahawks are going to be on the road. I get that the Bengals haven't been the best against the spread, 1-3-1, not good, but I think they're going to snap back here and start putting their numbers back up. And yes, I already have this game bet. Bengals -2.5.
Yeah, I have the Seahawks +3, I think. Maybe +2.5. I have to look, but I thought I got the number at 3 because I see it in Caesars and BetMGM at 2.5. FanDuel and DraftKings still have it +3. This is gonna be an interesting game. Geno Smith, it's good offense for the Seahawks with DK Metcalf. Tyler Lockett, Bengals with their stud receivers. Is going to be an interesting matchup of good receivers facing off against defenses that have been playing okay. Next slate, I feel like the Dolphins have had like a really easy schedule. Every time I see them match up against somebody, they've been just a horrendous team. They're playing the Panthers, the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, besides the Bills, the Dolphins have had a cakewalk, and it continues here.
Yeah. -13.5 for the Dolphins. That's across every single sports book.
It is hard to lay double digits in the NFL, no matter who you are.
No matter who you're playing.
Yeah, either way. I mean, I don't know.
They're hosting the Panthers. I kind of want to stay away from this game.
Yeah, I know the Panthers are 0-5. They're 0-4-1 to the spread. They've done nothing for anyone all season. The Dolphins are 4-1. 4-1 to the spread. So I mean, I feel like this isn't a spot where the Dolphins drop it, and I think they are probably going to win by something ridiculous, like maybe 16 points, maybe 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but there's no value here if you're trying to
Right.
like find value to bet.
I mean, you could take the spread and still get some value, but then you're going to be sweating that for the whole first half until they get 3 touchdowns up on them, and then you're going to be worried all second half, are they going to come back 1 touchdown? Or I guess
I guess a thing you could do is take the spread first half for the Dolphins.
what's that at?
Let's see. -5.5. I'd take that.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, lock it up.
Yeah.
I'm
I was gonna
down.
say -5.5 for the Dolphins. That's a
That's for the first half?
yeah, that's a gimme right there.
-5.5?
Yeah. I just
Oh,
found
man.
value for us that I didn't even realize was there, but I was like, you know what? I don't like value for the game, but sometimes these professional bettors got to find value where there's no value to be had in these full games.
I'm going to go put a unit on that as soon as we get off.
Oh, same here. All right. Well, there we go. Over unders 48.5. I'd stay away from betting that. All right. Next game, Saints at the Texans. Saints are -2.5. They just absolutely crushed the Patriots. And the Texans barely lost the Falcons. Texans are +2.5. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at that wrong. They're +1.5. What's the over under in this game? 42.5.
2.5.
CJ Stroud against a really good defense.
See, I got my pick locked and loaded.
All right, well, what do you got?
All right. So Houston beat up on the Steelers. No one saw it coming. Houston beat up on the Jags. No one saw it coming. Well, maybe they did. I didn't. Maybe okay. Let's rephrase that. I didn't see either of that stuff.
They won
coming.
by 2 touchdowns over the Jags.
Yeah.
So, are you taking the Texans?
Yes, I'm taking the Texans.
Nice.
Texans +1.5, and I don't honestly. I did not watch that game from preseason, but the Texans did beat the Saints in preseason. So I don't know what worth that has, but either way,
Probably not a lot.
Here.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about the Saints offense, even though they
And
put
the
up big
Texans
numbers.
are at home.
Yeah. I'd probably yeah, I'd take Texans +1.5 if I were, but I'd probably just not bet.
Are you looking
49ers
at the
Browns.
over-under?
What's that?
Are you looking at the over-under at all?
No. 42.5. I hate anything between like 38 to 42, 43.
I feel like they put it down there for a reason, though. Like it's hard to like. Yeah, I feel like they're like right on the money with a lot of these like early.
Yeah, they are.
At least
These
for the
calculations, man.
I mean, if you look at it, some of the totals only change by like half a point sometimes, and I mean they're not.
I would take the under here because
but
Saints defense is really good.
yeah, I actually don't think. I think like has a team put up more than 20 points on him this season?
No, that's a good stat. No, they have not.
They haven't this season.
Nope.
Oh shit! I might jump on that under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like anytime the Saints are playing, like they shut out. I was worried because the Saints put up so many points on the Patriots. The over under on the Saints Patriots was 41, and the Saints won 37-0. So I was like, I was sweating it. I was like, oh man, still got it. Next game, 49ers at the Browns. Browns are +7. FanDuel is the only one that has the best value on the Browns, +6.5, or -6.5 if you want the 49ers. I think 49ers against the spread here is a pretty easy one.
What do you mean by that?
Like I think they cover with the 7. I think they win by like 10.
Okay. I thought you were saying go against the 49ers spread.
No, I'm not stupid.
All right.
The 49ers are the best team in football right now, and the Browns, we don't even know who's starting at quarterback for the Browns. So, Browns just came off a bye week. kind of an early bye week, if you ask me. But Deshaun Watson, who cares who's the starter? Deshaun Watson hasn't played that well. 49ers defense is insane.
And their offense is insane.
Yeah. So not a good matchup for the Browns.
One thing I'll add, though, is that, I mean, I'm trying to remember how it happened. I guess the 49ers just blew out the Cowboys. The Browns just got destroyed. So, I mean, normally when that happens the next week after you put up double digits on somebody, you normally don't play that well. And then on top of that, I think normally when you get beat up on so bad, normally the next game you play pretty well. So I feel like that's a big reason here why the spread's so small, because I feel like this should be another situation where we're getting double digits with the Niners. But again, I'm still going to take the Niners. Like you said, I mean, 1 touchdown. Let's go.
Yeah,
Brock
it's like the Dolphins -5.5 first
George
half. Man, it
Kittle.
seems like a no-brainer.
McCaffrey, anytime touchdown.
That's a guarantee. You bet
like
like
minus 260 now, I think, most of the time. It's always
bet $3,000.
Normally, you got to take him for 2 touchdowns, which most of the time he gets anyways.
Yeah. If you bet $3,000 on anytime touchdown from McCaffrey, you win like 2 cents. It's like a guarantee.
Watch him not score a touchdown. There's going to be some whale that's on him for like $50,000 for any time.
He's my MVP. Purdy would not be nearly as good as he's playing right now if he didn't have McCaffrey. I'm sorry. Like that's McCaffrey is
a big part of that offense for sure. Passing.
I mean, he's a running back and a receiver. He's 2 positions in one. He's like Lamar. Lamar is a running back and a quarterback. Both good at both of those things. Don't give me that face, Ryan.
Well, how's the Kevin James face go?
He was ranked number 1 on Pro Football Focus this week, Lamar, and he's second overall on Pro Football Focus in terms of rating.
Well, I feel bad for him too with his receivers dropping his passes.
Yep. All right. Anyway, next game before I get on my soapbox about Mr. LJ8. Commanders at the Falcons. I have action on this game. I feel really good about this bet. This would probably be my lock. I like the Falcons -2.5 here at home against the Commanders. I think they win easily by a field goal. Commanders looked just dreadful against the Bears, who were supposed to be arguably at that time the worst team in the league. You had to travel to the Falcons. Desmond Ridder plays his best football at home. He threw for he was the second leading passer last week. And Desmond Ridder is not a good quarterback, but he plays well at home. So whenever the Falcons are at home, you're going to get value. I'm telling you, -2.5. I think this is a no-brainer. You take this. I don't know, Ryan. Do you not feel the same way?
I really don't have a side for this game. I mean, the one thing I keyed in on right away is the Falcons are at home. Ridder does play good ball at home. So looking at that and going over to the Commanders side, I mean, the Commanders let the Texans and the Bears run the score up on them. Both of those were pretty high-scoring games. So I feel like the Falcons are definitely going to do something here. They're going to put up points. And really, the Commanders aren't awful. They're going to put up points too. So, I mean,
the over-under. Over-under is 42.5. I think that's a good segue to take the over.
I already bet this game.
Did you take the over on this?
Yeah, over 42 is what I got.
Yeah, well, 42.5 now, but maybe I'll take some value on that. Ryan, you got to start writing down my bets.
I actually do keep track of mine, but I keep meaning to take track of yours, but I only end up writing like a quarter of them down because like I keep like missing them because in my head I'm waiting to say what I want to say.
Yeah. No, that's the whole point of just doing it, telling each other afterwards what our bets are.
I guess we could probably just always rewatch this video.
I do every time. But also I could just get your bets from you separately. Anyway. All right. Yeah, that's a good bet. That's another pick I'm going to ponder about taking the over. Next game here. This is a game I took the under on. I think this is another. If you want to do over/under locks, this is going to be an over/under lock. Patriots and Raiders. Raiders against the Packers on Monday Night Football, 17-13, 30-point game. Over under on this game is, I believe it's 40. Let me look.
42. It may have gone up or down a half a point.
Oh my gosh, 41 and a half.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I'm still taking the under. I thought it was 40. I'd still take under 40. So 41 and a half is a great value in my mind. Patriots scored nothing. 0. Their offense might be the worst in the NFL. They're at the Raiders. Max Crosby's going to wreak havoc in the backfield. He's their best defender, the Raiders. And yeah, I can see this game I can see the Raiders winning this game like 20-6. Something. And I would take them on against the spread too. I mean, they're -3. I think that's great value there. What about you? I think you took this game.
Yeah, so this is another game I have bet. So right before last week's game started with the Patriots, I had welcomed them to the Auto Fade Club, and
Welcome.
I don't think they're leaving anytime soon. I got the Raiders -3 locked in. Is the line still 3?
Yeah, still 3.
I feel like it might change. It might not change. Either way, the Patriots are not winning this game. Raiders at home, no way.
So
No
far we have
way.
the Patriots auto fade. We have the Panthers auto fade. We have the Broncos auto fade. And I think our next team's coming up on the auto fade. Yeah, we haven't gotten to them yet. All right, next game. This is gonna be an interesting one. You got the Detroit Lions at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Lions are -3, -3.5 in some books.
We're looking at the Lions game. Sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. Did you still want to talk about the Raiders and the Patriots?
No. Go ahead. No,
Okay.
I thought you said Eagles. I'm looking at my Eagles stuff.
The Lions are -3 or 3.5, depending on what book you're looking at. Over under on this game is 45.5. Jared Goff's #1 Pro Football Focus passer in the NFL. So Jared Goff's been playing well. The Lions are a good team. Can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. They have a lot of weapons. This is an interesting matchup. 45.5. The Bucks. Do you feel like this is a letdown game for the Lions, or do you think they keep it going and they can cover here?
Oh, I'm definitely on the Lions here -3. Just honestly, because you said that it was 3.5 at some books, I just opened my app and checked FanDuel. It's still -3. I'm gonna bet that immediately.
Yeah, so Caesars is at 3.5, but most of the other books are 3.
Caesars is kind of nice. I mean, you got to pay the juice, so it's not really worth it ever. But I mean, Caesars is nice because you can adjust the spread very easily. I think they do that to make you pay the juice.
What is pay the juice? What is that?
That's basically when when you increase the spread, you're also increasing the odds on it. So like there's a chance that they jacked up, or sorry, not the odds, the payout. So they like made the payout to the point where it's almost not even worth it to like tease it with points unless you're going up.
Yeah.
Or I guess down on an under or something, but
that's fair. All right. Now we're at the Eagles.
Eagles.
The Eagles at the Jets. They're a -7 at the Jets. Over under 41. Wow, so they're expecting this to be a low-scoring game.
Probably will be. I'm not on the under, though. I'm just saying it might be.
That's a big number, though. The Eagles still don't like. I get it. They have what their record is, but I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they could cover 7 against the Jets. I can't believe I'm saying that too, because the Jets aren't very good, and the Eagles' defense is nasty. So I would kind of take the under because both defenses are really good. Now that I'm thinking about it, the Jets' defense is good, Eagles' defense is good. Yeah, I would lean. I would not lock. I would lean the under. Still undecided about this game. What about you?
I know the under had opened up, or I guess the Total points had opened up at 42. I think it came down to 41 when I last looked. Is it still set at 41?
Yeah, it's 41.
I feel like the under is probably going to end up being a solid play here, but I mean, I tried to go against the Eagles last weekend and it didn't work. So I'm going to ride with the Eagles this week. I'm ready. Like, let's go. Like, I'm laying the -7 with the Eagles.
Next game here, I parlayed this game because I didn't take this.
Fire. Baseball, never mind.
Baseball. Orioles are a joke. Anyway. Cardinals at the Rams. I took this game on a parlay. I took the Rams money line and parlayed that with the under on the Raiders Patriots. Two pretty solid bets there for winning some money. The Rams are good. I don't know if they're good enough to cover spreads. I don't think they're that great against the spread this year. I don't know off the top of my head, but I thought they were like
They're
500.
3-1-1.
Oh, okay, so a little bit above
Not
500. Good. Shut up.
Well, the Cardinals are 3-2 to the spread.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew the Cardinals had a winning record against the spread, so that's why I was also a little weary. So I think Matt Stafford, though, is going to carve up this Cardinals defense. You like the over here?
I'm kind of leaning towards the Cardinals in this.
Are you serious? Like the spread or the money line?
The spread.
Okay.
I really don't think the Rams are a -7 team. I mean, the line opened up at -6.5. I think people hammered the hell out of it for the 7, and then when it went up to 7, I just think it lost all the value.
That's why I took the money line, dude. I did not.
Oh,
I wasn't.
Money line. Sorry, I thought you said spread.
No, I took the Rams money line. I parlayed it with the under on the Patriots Raiders. Get some good value there. 2-leg parlays. Any of those? Any of you watching who want to parlay and get some more value? Go with the 2. Don't be those people that do the 20+ leg parlays. It's basically just playing a lottery ticket at that point.
I have a square parlay that I may try to place. I have no idea what the odds will be. I'm assuming I'm going to be lucky if I get a +100. But I think it's a lock.
What?
I'm thinking Chiefs money line, parlayed with the Dolphins money line, parlayed with the Bills money line, parlayed with the Eagles money line. I wonder what that is.
Speaking of the Bills, this is unbelievably infuriating. And this goes back to what you said about when you had me guess last time. What teams are on primetime the most? And one of these teams, it's the Giants at the Bills. Why do the Giants keep getting these primetime games other than the fact that they're the New York market? That's it.
That's the only reason.
And they're not even a team in New York. Buffalo's the actual team in the state of New York. So fake New York people there. And the Giants, spoiler, well, it's not a spoiler now, but we alluded to it. They're the other team that are on our auto fade. They're going to be there permanently until they show otherwise.
Are we talking the Giants game right now?
Yeah, when you mentioned the Bills, I was like, it's perfect because this is where we're at now.
You know, Daniel Jones is out.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he was in, I'd still it wouldn't matter.
Who's their backup QB?
Saquon Barkley. I have no idea.
I'm worried. I mean, if we don't know who the hell this backup is,
let's see.
What if he comes in and crushes
backup?
Because they're trying to get the Bills to lay 2 touchdowns. I get they're at home. They're gonna have the defense and the Bills Mafia, but
Tyrod Taylor.
I don't know who that is.
He was a former Ravens backup quarterback. He played with the Bills.
How many years ago?
With the Ravens, maybe like 10 plus years ago with the Bills. Less than that. He's a journeyman quarterback.
How old is he?
I think he's like in his mid-30s. I mean, he's one of those guys who is like he is. Lamar is what he was. Tyrod Taylor was expected to be coming out.
Is he
He
still
is
good at 30?
34.
Is he still good in his mid 30s? I
Yeah, I
guess he
think
could be.
he's feasible. Yeah,
10 years ago. Damn.
he's 34
No, I know, but damn. Has he been on the Giants the whole time, I guess?
since this year.
What, did he just get traded there?
I'm looking that up. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess I don't know what we do here because I know the Giants are 1-4, 0-5 to the spread, not covering anything. The Bills
So
are 3-2, 3-2 to the spread.
okay, so he was with the Ravens from 2011 to 2014, the Bills from 2015 to 2017, the Browns 2018, the Chargers 2019 to 2020, Houston to 2021, and then the Giants 2022 and 2023. So, like I said, he's been on a lot of football teams. He's a decent quarterback. I think this is kind of a wash where he could be just as good as Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones isn't that great. So 2 touchdown spread for the Bills, minus 14. Over under here is 44 and a half. I mean,
I'm probably not
this is
touching the
such a
total.
terrible game. The Bills, they're another team that gets these easy schedules.
Were the Bills on a bye or did they play last week?
Yeah, they lost
Oh,
in London.
yeah. Sorry, they lost in London. Oh man, they were in London too. So yeah, they traveled back from that. Now they're at home.
This game doesn't have much value,
One
and
of
it's just
those.
a boring game. It's gonna be a blowout.
I feel like you're right. I mean, I am probably going to lean to. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, but I'm going to lean towards Bills minus 14 because there's no way the Giants start their first cover of the season at the Bills.
Yeah, it's
No
at the
way.
Bills. Josh Allen beats up on really bad teams, and he's known for playing really well against really bad teams. Why is that so funny?
I don't know. I just pictured that beginning of Ted, where the Bills and like if you just thought about it, like the Bills and the Chiefs and other teams just beat up on the Giants, and then the Bears are like, "Can we play?" And they're like, "No." I mean, that's not happening in the movie, but all right,
Yeah,
what
I
are we
can see this
talking
game. I would lean Bills here too, minus 14. But it's a boring game. That's just a stinker for a Sunday night primetime game. All right. Last game, Monday Night Football. Dun,
Monday,
dun, dun, dun.
Monday.
The Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are plus 2.5 on most books. Unless you're
I think they're down to -2 now, right?
uh
Is it 2.5?
2.5 on MGM, Caesars, and FanDuel. DraftKings is -2.
Okay.
So if you're gonna get your value, if you're going with the Cowboys, go DraftKings. But if you're gonna go Chargers, go plus 2.5. I like the Chargers plus 2.5 here. I think Justin Herbert gets it done. He's my guy. I love that guy. If I don't have Lamar obviously being my favorite quarterback. If it's not him, it's Herbert. Why are you not a Herbert fan?
Oh, I'm definitely not a Herbert fan
Why?
because I'm a Dak Prescott fan, baby.
You're joking.
I am joking about.
Yeah, I
being
was
a
like,
fan,
thank God.
but
He threw 3 picks last game. It's so bad.
it
And
happens.
now, granted, he was playing the 49ers, but still, he came out in his preseason press conference was like, I'm not throwing more than 10 interceptions this season. Someone's like, I think you're already almost at that number, and it's not even 5 games into the season.
That's not. That's a problem.
Yeah, he's not good.
I'm going to take the Cowboys -2.5.
All right.
I think they bounced back here. They just got whooped on by the 49ers. They're going to have to come back out here, show everybody they are in the top 5. I think Dallas's defense shows up here for sure, and they're going to come up with some answers against the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert's going to get sacked 2 times.
Okay. Threw up a peace sign, 2 sign for those who are listening on them. All right. Let us know in the comments. What are your picks? What do you like about our picks? What do you disagree with? You want to embrace debate? You want Ryan and I to debate each other more? Are we too agreeable with each other? We get in some
I
confrontations
mean, that's
about
not on us. That's on the picks.
yeah,
If we agree on something, sorry, it's a lock.
exactly. All right. Until next time, NFL Week 6. Enjoy Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and eventually it'll be Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But that's towards the end of the season. Inject the football into your veins, people.
And on Twitter, you can find our best bets that we'll be releasing, the ones that we're betting ourselves. Still a tiny bit of a chance that we release a different pick that was not in this video, but most likely I'm pretty locked into everything we said.
Yep. And also, same goes for my Instagram stories. So Ryan runs the Twitter page mostly, and I run the Instagram page. Follow us at
At
Sports and
Sports and
Stuff there.
Stuff. Did we say
All
it?
right. Until next time.